We all love the sound of money, and a $1,500 sign-on bonus sounds even better. That's right, Bellisio Foods of Jackson is offering a $1,500 sign-on bonus to new employees. Receive an extra $100 your first 6 weeks, then $400 after day 90, and $500 after day 180. Don't wait. Apply online at BellisioFoods.com/careers today. That's BellisioFoods.com/careers. Come work for a company who truly values their employees. Come work for Bellisio Foods.
Well, good morning, everyone. Did you see how he disappeared? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, we are not.
We are blowing his mind right now. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV. Of course, Jennifer here to start off your morning with our good friend and son of our sweet Amanda, Ethan Crabtree, and you are here sporting a little bit of hardware or decor.
Necklace, if you want to call it that.
It's a I like that.
Yeah.
It's yes. We should bedazzle it.
That would be hilarious.
Could we do that?
I feel like it's worth a try for sure.
Okay.
Do people not sign neck braces like they do casts?
I guess not. No one's asked to sign it, but I feel like that would be a fun thing to do.
It seems like counterintuitive, maybe. Just like poking at someone's neck that's got a
neck brace on.
Got a neck brace on.
I think. Are you ever allowed to take it off?
Occasionally I do, but usually when I'm in a position that I can't get yelled at by my mom.
Heard.
Yeah.
We won't tell on you. Well, if you can take it off, I'll bedazzle it for you.
All right.
And then you can go back to school. We can, do some little Jackson Ironman bedazzles or something if you want.
I'm sure Coach Hall would love that.
He'd be like, you could be like one of the cheerleaders then.
Pretty much, he'd probably say that.
Probably his answer to it, yeah. No, welcome, Ethan. So, first off, how are you feeling? So, you had a little bit of an accident. How long has it been? About a month ago now?
Today is Tuesday, so it's 5 months and 2 days.
5 months and 2 days. And it kind of and I don't know, this is kind of a public service announcement, so I'm going to use you as a public service announcement. Like, you were a lifeguard at the pool, just did what you do all the time, which is dove into the pool to cool off and...
Just hit my head. I don't know.
Randomly hit your head, broke your neck. Very, very scary.
Yes, for sure.
So what would you say to people to maybe prevent that from happening to them? Because you hear of all these, like, how many times have you dove in a pool in your life? Like a million?
A million times easily. I'd say I've probably, even when I've dove into the pool, I think I've hit my head off the bottom once. And then I was like, all right, I need to pay a little more attention. And then that time, I guess I don't know, I took my hands away from my head. I guess I just didn't think I was going to be moving that fast. And just when I opened my eyes, I hit my head. So it was definitely really weird.
Definitely weird. You were like a missile.
Yeah, it must have been. I dove off the side of the pool too, so not even off the diving board.
Yeah.
So that was really confusing that I was able to get that much pressure to break my neck, which was
well, we're lucky to have you here today because it could have been a lot worse than that.
For sure.
But yeah, so if you're diving into a pool, please be very, very careful because you are a week stay in the hospital and a nasty surgery because of it.
Yeah.
And that lovely
necklace. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh. So the bummer thing is Ethan has come up with this really, really cool program, I guess you would say, or a project called Kicks for Coats. And this was something that you came up with. Do you want to maybe, because you are a kicker at this high school, and so you went to a conference or something and came up with some ideas. Could you just explain how this came to be?
Yeah, so it kind of all started, I would say, around last year of football. Grant Maston, who is just a very big role model for a lot of people,
He's ridiculous.
He is insane. He does so much
I
for
love you, Grant.
everybody.
Yeah, we need to try to get him on the show before he goes away.
We will. Yeah, we can do that. Even though he only eats chicken sandwiches, but that's a whole other story that I tease him about.
But
barbecue and bacon.
He did tackles for tots, I believe it was his senior year, and I always loved the idea and just everything he did and just getting all that funding and stuff and all those donations to the kids in need. So I figured I would try to do something, incorporate the same, but just not really stealing his idea. So that's when we kind of came up for Kicks for Coats, which is supposed to kind of just be a nonprofit for where I use my stats from a year, like Grant used his stats, just so I can get donations for kicks, and hopefully just through that I can buy coats for kids that are in need for the winter.
And if you think there's not a need, there is, and I'm sure that you see it at school, and I've seen it. Kids come to school and don't have coats. I mean, that's horrible.
Yeah. Because I know down in Ohio weather, it can be, you never know what it could be. It could be below freezing half the time.
There could be winters where you never put your coat on, or there could be winters where you need 2 coats on.
I mean, it can be 40-degree summers, so you never know in Ohio.
It's Ohio, so. Yeah. So this kid here is helping people be prepared.
Yeah, that's the plan at least.
Okay, so your plan was to do, how was that going to work?
So originally, for the whole necklace thing, it was supposed to be, I was going to use my stats from this year, and hopefully just every extra point I make, every field goal, every touchback would just be hopefully 1 kick donated. But since I won't more than likely be playing this year, we are going to either use my stats or just use the people kicking this year. Use their stats. As of right now, we're looking just to maybe use my stats from last year because we got a good base number.
I mean, your stats last year were amazing. And by the way, you're a sophomore, or you were a sophomore? You'll be a junior.
Yeah.
So you were doing all this as a sophomore.
Yeah.
Playing varsity.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're awesome. Not to embarrass you. But no, we're so proud of you because that's an amazing feat. But so your stats last year were amazing. You were hoping to even improve on that this year, but obviously the necklace kind of hinders.
Yeah, it hinders a little bit.
That
it makes that idea a little hard to do. I know me and my long snapper and holder were talking all year about how we're gonna break that extra point record. We're gonna do farthest field goal. But I don't know. Comes to it a few weeks before the season.
What was your furthest field goal?
I believe last year it was a 42-yard field goal.
Did you have a goal for this year?
I would really have loved to done something like 50 yards and above, or just.
Did you ever do that in practice?
I think I hit a 51 in practice, and then I know before the season started, I was hitting crossbar from 60 with a snap and hold. But I don't know. It looked like this year was gonna be really good. It just turned out that I guess this year was not in the books for me.
It wasn't meant to be.
Was not meant to be, I guess.
Yeah. So, what we need to do is just get you rested up.
Yeah.
And keep you moving, and then get you back playing for next year.
Yeah. Hopefully this year, but it just depends what the doctor says.
We'll see. We'll just be real nice to him.
Yeah. Very nice.
I love you, Mr. Doctor. You're super handsome. No, wait, don't say that. That would be weird.
We'll bribe him or something if we have to.
Yeah, there you go. Love that. Tell them they need to
Don't say that on the radio, kid.
Yeah.
That's probably not a good idea.
You should just tell them they need to donate to Kicks for Coats.
Yeah.
And if they don't let you play, they have to donate all.
Oh, yeah.
How's that?
Just donate all the money back that surgery would cost.
Yeah, because you can't play and earn it yourself, so somebody's got to.
Yeah.
No, just teasing you. So, all right. So, how can people help out, and where will these coats be going?
Okay, so basically where the coats will be going is it should be going to foster children around here, and it'll be sorted out through local schools through here too. So the elementary kids, middle school kids, and just high school kids that are in need of a coat at the local schools can find a way to contact us, or we can bring them into the school and the kids that are in need can get them.
Okay.
And they will be donated to foster children.
There's a lot of foster children in our area. I didn't realize that's how many until we had a guest on that was kind of talking about that one day. I was very surprised.
Yeah. I know a good bit of few foster children, and they are just they're some very kind kids. They do like a lot. They are.
Well, it's listen, growing up and being a kid's hard enough, let alone not knowing exactly where you fit and where you're going to be and all of that. And, you know, if having a coat helps you out along the way, then so be it. And that's what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how can people help you, you know, kind of reach your goal?
So if you have any coats at your home that you're willing to donate that are in good shape, if you have any coats that you haven't used at all and you're just looking to get rid of, you can contact us. Or if you've even like gone somewhere to shop for coats and you're finding good deals places, and you can just let us know about that too. Just any way,
good idea
for us to find coats or get coats is greatly appreciated.
Okay, so you will accept used coats as, you know, as long as they're in good shape and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Pretty much just whatever we can get our hands on that are not like in terrible shape, and they're pretty much not a coat anymore.
Like my barn coat that I wear in the barn. You probably don't want that one.
I'd say probably not.
It kind of smells like, you know, horses and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think any kid would be dying to put that coat on very long.
Why does that kid smell like a horse?
You'd have to be real cold to want Jen's barn coat.
I know, right? Exactly. So tell us about this Hugh O'Brien Leadership Conference. I'm interested in that.
So Hobie was a camp that I went to this summer. It was a leadership conference where I think I was there for 3 days. Yeah. We went there for 3 days. We got to see a bunch of guest speakers, and we kind of just had a small group where we discussed like things we want to do when we get back to our towns, like ways we can help out in any way, and just like what it means to be a leader. So it was really eye-opening in like getting this whole Kicks for Coats set up, and just getting like nonprofits in general set up, and just finding ways to help a community.
Very good. Well, I'm just curious, what were some of the ideas that folks came up with?
I know
that you like remember that stuck in your mind.
I know there was a few people in my group. They had amazing ideas. There was one girl who had like a food pantry set up, and another girl, I can't remember. Yeah, I definitely can't remember that. But I know that so at the camp we had started this thing. I don't know why, but we had said turn it up like the entire camp, and me and a few people from that group, with the help of one of the group leaders, we had started another nonprofit that I'm hoping to like spread around Jackson a little bit, and it's called Turn It Up, and it's for mental health for teens.
Great.
So yeah, we're hoping to get that. I'm trying to get that spread a little more, but it's a little hard getting this one up and going, and with the necklace on too, finding ways to do it. But yeah.
Well, very good. So that's kind of neat when you get, you know, inspiring people together, all kind of great things happen. So I'm sure that was fun for you.
Yeah.
Very good. So what are you looking forward to your junior year other than getting rid of your necklace?
I would say just trying to just spending that time with my friends. I'd say I've got a lot of friends that are graduating or seniors this year, and that's kind of what hurts the most about being in the neck brace is that I kind of lose that season with them. But I mean, just the fact that I get to be on the sideline every week still, and be hyping them up and just being friends with them at all times, and I mean, at least that's the good part about it.
Yeah, for sure. And even if you can't actually physically play, you can still be part of the team, right? Yeah. Do you get to travel and stuff like that? Do you get to go to the games?
I should be able to at this time. I'm hoping that Coach Hall will let me be honorary special teams coach, but I don't see it in my future.
You never know. So you got to butter him up.
Just got to start bringing a whistle and a stopwatch to practice or something.
Yeah, wear your whistle. Oh my gosh, that would be so hilarious if you did that. All right, so if people want to donate, so Kicks for Coats, we're looking for coats, obviously, and They can drop them off where? At your house or somewhere else?
They can drop them off at our front door, I believe. They can either call us or we can come pick them up too.
Okay.
So you could either just, if you're in town and you want to stop by, you could do that. Or if you don't feel like leaving your house, or you really don't have to leave your house, we can always come and get it from you.
Okay, very good. And then money donations can be sent to Kicks for Coats, and that's 2 East Oak Street. If you can't remember that, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
2 East Oak Street.
Yeah.
2.
2.
Not 1, but 2.
Yeah.
And that's Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. So, all right. So we had some other kids in the other day. We were talking with Ella and whatever. And junior year is kind of almost like a planning year, right? Like you have to start thinking about colleges and what you're going to do with the rest of your life. And that seems kind of scary.
Yeah, it's been kind of rough. Just all the classes you're planning on taking this year, and then having the ACT and stuff this year.
Yeah.
And then beyond that, you're thinking about where you're going to college, what you're doing, what you're majoring in. It's definitely been a little rough of a summer.
Yeah, and the necklace.
And the necklace, yes.
So are you driving?
Not yet, because they want me to wait until I can get the neck brace off so I can move and actually see where I'm driving. Probably be a bad idea.
Hey, there's a lot of people out there a lot worse off than you driving, so.
Yeah.
But no, I get that. That's totally understandable. So do you have a plan for the future? Or do you know yet?
Not really yet.
No pressure.
I've gone through about 1.5 million ideas just about what I want to do. I know as of right now, I think it's something about just hopefully something for football in the future. But if that doesn't happen, then something for business and communications, hopefully. Okay. That's what the plan is right now.
So what are your favorite classes in school?
Oh,
none.
Not math. I'll tell you that. Not math.
I hear you.
I would say I really enjoy English, just the English classes, and then just like my electives, stuff like that. Especially love study hall. I'll say that. I'm sure every kid my age loves study hall.
Yeah.
And then lunch, of course.
Lunch is good.
Lunch is a good class.
Lunch is definitely the bomb.
It's the best class.
Lunch and study hall. I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the way this kid thinks. Oh my gosh. So your mom told on you. She said you were bench pressing the cat and the dog the other day. So I said, how's he doing? Is he having a hard time like sitting still? And she was like, he was literally bench pressing the dog the other day.
Oh, yeah. So I remember I sent him a video that I said, you guys got to get me out of here. I can't read this book anymore. And I was reading The Scarlet Letter for one of my classes this year.
Oh, God.
And I'm sitting on the bed bench pressing the cat. And then I picked up the dog and started front squatting it. And I sent it to the family group chat. And they were either, like, some of them were, like, laughing. And the other ones were just like, all right, you got to quit.
Yeah, enough.
1, this is weird. And 2, you're in a neck brace. You should quit.
I bet that came from Mom.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, mothers have to worry.
Yeah. Especially, I think, a lot about being in a neck brace. She has been very, very worrisome.
Well,
I mean, I can
so.
understand, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this one dives in the pool, breaks his neck, gets out of the pool, and
walks into the ER.
Into the ER. Like, I can't believe that.
Yeah, I'm pretty stunned about it, too, the more I think about it.
I bet the doctors were like, no.
Yeah. They had said that at when I got to Riverside, too. I walked into that ER.
Oh, you walked in there, too?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And then apparently the next day or something, they had told my mom and dad that the fact that I had climbed out of the pool and walked into the ER was the craziest thing they had seen. Also, the doctor had gone home that night after my surgery, and he had looked at his kids and said, no diving in the pool ever. You just
understandably also. Especially somebody that is, you're a lifeguard, for the love of God. Like, it's not like you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. That's probably the most hysterical thing about it, the fact that I'm the lifeguard. in the case.
And no one saved you, right?
Yeah. Nope.
Oh my goodness. Well, it thank goodness it worked out. And we're so proud of you for coming up with this Kicks for Coats. And if you want to help Ethan out with his project, of course, we would really appreciate it. And more importantly, it's helping local youth that may not have a coat this winter, and that's not okay, especially in Ohio weather, as you said. So again, monetary donations to 2 East Oak Street, Kicks for Coats in Jackson, or you can drop those coats off, whether they be used or slightly used, not barn coat, or new. And if you find a deal, please let them know as well. So that they can maybe go out and get some stuff. So does it matter what size? Like, are you looking for guys, girls, sizes?
Well, my notes say between sizes 4T and 18-20. I don't know what that means, to be honest. It's just
all sizes.
So
it's a children's 18-20. So size 4T, 4 toddler through 18-20.
So we're going more for the youth sizes,
More youth.
not the adult sizes. Right.
Okay. That's the plan.
I think your mom came up with that.
Yeah, she had the sizes down.
Very good. All right. So if you have any youth coats out there, that's the thing. Kids outgrow coats so fast that, like, I'm sure that you have, somebody has a bunch of them, like, oh, my kid outgrew this last year. What do I do with it? So this would be a perfect opportunity to pass it on to a good cause.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to tell our viewers?
Not that I could think of. Just if you feel like donating any way, just please contact us. Anything will help.
Sounds good. All right.
Hey, I know you're disappointed that you're not going to get the play, but the Ironman season does kick off next weekend, next Friday. Do you have any predictions for the season?
Oh, yeah. Let's put him on the spot.
I'm going to be honest. I think first game, we're destroying them. Second game is going to be a rough one considering Ironton has 2 Cincinnati commits this year. And they're going to be a heck of a team to play, especially because we lost in a pretty much buzzard beater last year.
Oh, yeah. We don't want to discuss that.
Oh, trust me. I don't want to discuss it.
I know he doesn't want to discuss it. I mean, my heart was like crying for you.
That Ironton game last year, that was really exciting.
I mean, at least you made it on ESPN.
Not for you guys, maybe. But
it was an amazing game.
Yeah.
It was an amazing game.
That was the wrong way to make it on ESPN, though. I'll tell you
that. I mean, it's not the outcome that you would like to be notarized for.
I just remember waking up and seeing a post from Max Preps, and all it said was Ethan Crabtree goes for the kick, and then I was like, oh no. I was getting roasted in the comments. Everyone was calling me slow. I'm like, I just hit a game winner before it too. It's like, give me a break.
Well,
I know. It was so woo! Oh, all in 30 seconds.
Yeah, that was amazing.
It was a great game.
We watched that clip several times on the show. Sorry, Ethan.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
I've seen it a million times.
We didn't mean for it to be at your expense.
It's all right.
I'm excited for that Western Brown game later in the season.
Yes, for sure. I know they lost a few seniors, but they still got that same, seems like 7-foot tall quarterback. So
we don't know what to do with this guy.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see what they can do this year and just how we can go at them this year, because I know we definitely want to beat them after we lost to them twice last year, and especially they ended our playoff run.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we have Wheelersburg out of way this year. So I'm hoping we can do the same thing we did last year. And I know it was a tight game last year, winning in overtime on a stop on the goal line. So I'm hoping we can take them down. And then the FAC, we should be able to clear them out. I know Chillicothe also just had a LSU commit.
Oh my!
For tight end. So I'm hoping we can get him stopped, and we can just take it as we usually do, and just take out the FAC, get our first 5 games in, and hopefully do well and get us a white jacket or something this year. And then hopefully we go farther in the playoffs. I know we haven't ever won I think it's a district championship.
Yeah, I think that's right.
District
It's hard to
championship.
believe, but I think that's right.
Yeah. I think we've been to a district championship once, and we ended up losing. So to get to the district championship and win it this year, and then hopefully go to the Final Four, if we can beat that and then make it to state, that would be great, especially because no one from Jackson's ever been to the Final Four, considering they haven't won a district championship. So
that would make sense.
Hopefully.
That's the way that works.
Yeah. So hopefully we get a few school records this year for how far we can go in the playoffs, and I don't know, just hopefully we can, get farther.
Yeah, I think that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep. See, I think you'd be a great coach and a good cheerleader.
And a good cheerleader with the bedazzled neck brace.
Yes, we're going to bedazzle his neck brace for him before he goes back to school, if you'll let him take it off long enough to do so. I don't think she's gonna.
Probably not.
Yeah. But anyway. All right. Well, Ethan, thank you so much for stopping by. We greatly appreciate it. And we'll get your mom over here to talk about the airport. How's that?
Sounds good.
You want to trade out? Cool. Thank you. And support this kid. He's doing good stuff. All right. So what we would love to do is, while we're switching out here, go to the weather forecast. And we were laughing in there on the radio this morning because the weather forecast.
100% chance it's going to be humid.
Yeah, it's like it might rain, it might not. This is literally the forecast. It may rain, it may not. It's going to be like 87 today and 81 tomorrow, and the humidity is going to be through the roof, and it's going to be miserable regardless of if it's 81 or 87. And there's some rain here and there and everywhere. And then as we get on, though, I will say, toward the weekend, thank goodness, look at those temperatures and the weather there. We're talking about highs just around 80 for, the next few days, all the way through Monday. So that should be a fantastic weekend, finally, to get out and about. Now, hopefully it doesn't change before then.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. And that means Saturday is going to be a fantastic day, weather-wise.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing
For
the James A. Rhodes Jackstone Memorial Fly-In.
how fun. And that is, of course, again, this Saturday.
It
August
is.
13th.
So the fly-in is from 9 to 11, which that's also the time of the pancake breakfast. So if you are somebody that likes to get out and about in the morning and see planes land, come out, have breakfast, eat some pancakes, watch the planes land.
Who doesn't like that?
Yeah, no kidding. Like, one of my favorite places to go eat is the 94th Aero Squadron headquarters up at the airport, because then you can watch the planes land while you eat, and so a lot of fun.
Really
so
cool.
come eat some pancakes and watch planes land.
That's right.
And then from 11 to 3, that's when the exhibits will be open, and we have a B-25 Mitchell bomber. This is a bomber from the World War II era.
Oh, how cool.
And this, I think, is the training plane, maybe, the World War II training plane. Or is that the B-25? That's the B-25 right there.
It says it's a 38 Boeing.
There you go. So
Nice.
got a training plane. We've got the B-25 Mitchell bomber. So this is going to be a really fun day.
So can you get up and close and personal with these planes? You can
walk
look
around
in them?
I don't know that they'll let you get on it and look, because it is.
I mean, they're flying it.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's coming from a museum. It's coming from the Tri-State Warbird Museum. So, so you get to walk around it and look and
get pictures,
talk to the pilot. Yeah,
how fun!
Yeah, very cool.
Very Instagrammable moments.
That's exactly right. So, and Dewey Davenport will be there with his 1929 Travel Air. He'll be giving rides if anybody wants to take a ride up in his Travel Air. So that's pretty exciting.
That is.
Wait, it's always a good time.
Can we come with the goggles and the scarf?
That's right. That's right.
Look really official,
right? So then we will also have the Butler County Sheriff's Office will be there. The Ohio State Highway Patrol will have some helicopters.
Cool.
We also have a all-terrain vehicle from the Army that's going to be there. So it does not fly, but this is a pretty cool looking vehicle, right?
Yeah.
I mean, James asked me earlier, he's like, what do you think the gas mileage is on that?
It's not.
About the same as that Hummer Carmen's been trying to sell.
Yeah, right. Ginormous Hummer.
But yeah, so there's going to be some really cool exhibits, and just want people to stop out. And I don't think people realize like how important our airport is to the economic development of our county.
It is. And in fact, we have like a short video that we did last year that kind of takes you around and shows you the airport. But we would love for all of you to get out, see the airport in person, the new terminal. Well, I say new terminal. It's fairly new now.
It's still pretty new.
Still pretty new. And just, you would be so surprised. And the only reason I really know is because I live kind of out by there. I see the amount of planes that come in and out every day. And they're jets. They're, private planes. There's all kind of planes coming in. There's business people. There's people that are just flying for fun.
I think a lot of people think that our airport is just, a bunch of guys that have their own planes and can afford to do that, and it's just kind of this guys club that's out there, and that's not really the case. There are plane enthusiasts. There are people who just there are people who build planes.
Yes,
there are people
absolutely.
who, do have their own planes, but it is a hub for economic development for our region, because a lot of companies will fly into Jackson and then drive other places. Just because the runway is
our runway is very long.
Our runway is long, and you need a longer runway to be able to land those jets.
Yep.
And we have a fantastic terminal with a courtesy car that they can borrow to go drive.
Correct.
It's just a great facility.
It really is. And if you haven't been out there, this is your perfect opportunity to get literally a personalized tour of the place and get to see the ins and outs of our airport and why it is so very important to our area. So James, do you have that video pulled up?
I do.
And then we'll talk to Amanda on the other side of it.
We can.
All right, let's go to the airport. You can check it out. Well, hello everyone, and here we are at the James A. Rhodes Airport, and I am here with
Gerald Purchett.
And Gerald, you are the manager, am I correct, out here at the airport?
That's correct.
And a lot of people don't realize what a nice airport we have here in Jackson County, and so we want to commend you on that, and a whole lot of other people that have been instrumental along the way, so thank you for taking care of it. So Gerald, we're going to take like a little walking tour, and while we're walking, maybe we can chit chat a little bit. Do you know about the history of the airport and how it came to be and that kind of stuff?
Okay.
Would that work for you?
Work fine.
All right. Well, I'm following you. So let's go on a little tour.
Okay. The airport is basically in southeastern Ohio. We have 5,200 feet runway.
That's a longer runway than most, right?
That's 1 mile long. That's the most important mile in the county here.
I'd say.
We have people come in here, like Belicio Foods, they come in, from Thailand, they come in to Chicago and picked up another plane, flew in here at Jackson.
Yes.
And there's rich people. When they step out of the airplane, it's what they're looking at.
Sure.
We got a very good terminal building, one of the top of the line terminal buildings here.
Yes, it is.
And we can't ask for any better facility what we have. We got plenty of airspace here, and in the process of building new hangars to accommodate airplanes moving into county.
So about how many airplanes are housed out here?
We probably got around 21 airplanes based at Jackson.
Really? Isn't that funny? I feel like unless you spend time out here at the airport, it's just one of those things that nobody knows about.
If you don't come out, a lot of people in the county don't even know where the airport's at.
Correct.
It's a place that you never think of nothing about unless you come out here and use it.
That's right. So here's a fun fact for you, and you'll appreciate this. So my good friend Natalie, and I'm sure that you've met Natalie a time or two, she now lives in Steubenville. Hadn't seen her in about, 8 years or something like that. She calls me one day. She said, "Hey, I'm going to fly down and see you." And I said, "You're crazy." And she said, "No, I'll be down in an hour." So she, her little boy, their dog, hopped in an airplane up in Steubenville. An hour later, they were landing here, and I hadn't seen her in like 8 years, and it was like one of the coolest experiences. It was so great to get to see her. She was just down here in no time, and that was my first time out, really kind of taking a tour of the airport. So it was a really good way for me to get to learn about it.
I knew Natalie well.
Yeah.
I know her when she lived here.
Yes.
Before she became a pilot. She's a flight instructor.
She is. You're right.
And flew in here at a nice 172, and like you say, her family was with her.
Yep.
She's a very nice girl, and she moved a long way in the aviation department.
Yes.
Coming to aviation.
That's right.
She's done good.
She sure has. All right, so let's talk about what we're seeing out here. So there's just one big long runway, correct?
There's one runway. It's marked out as runway 01 and 19.
What does that mean?
That's the heading.
Okay.
190 degrees or 110 degrees.
Okay.
And you land an airplane into the wind direction. The wind is blowing out. You indicate you've got a windsock out there, and the weather tells you what direction to land.
Okay.
And you always want to land into the wind, and that's what it indicated. They got two runways, whichever best choice for you.
That makes total sense. So depending on the direction of the wind is what you do.
That makes a total big difference in the whole thing.
Okay. So how'd you get to learn about planes and airports?
I started in '76 and got my license and worked all the way up to commercial instrument rating and owned probably 8 or 10 airplanes. And
That's so cool.
got a real nice 172 down there. I fly it all the time.
So
I got a daughter. I got her started when she's 19 years old.
yeah.
She got a commercial rating, instrument rating, and an instructor rating, and she does good too in aviation.
Well, that is so cool. And, I guess I've always been a little intimidated by airplanes and flying because it just doesn't seem like natural. I figure if we were supposed to fly, we'd have feathers, right?
Yeah.
But after talking with Natalie and seeing, the experience here, it just immediately made me want to go learn about it.
Oh, it's
So cool.
It's very, very good. Once you get your license, you're always has your license. You just you got to get into the biannual every 2 years, and
It's kind of like in your blood, isn't it?
it's in your blood.
That's right. So what makes this airport special, Gerald?
The people.
Mhm.
The people makes it special, and we got some. Ryman Airport, just some real good people. I mean, there's always, if you need help, they're always there to help you. And but people don't think it's not only for pleasure airplanes out here. There's, like I say, there's 20 airplanes that pleasure belong to local people.
Sure.
But the big corporate people comes in here flying $10 million airplane lands here.
That's right. And people don't realize how integral this airport is to our economic development in our county. When people pull into this airport, they go, wow, I'm somewhere.
That's right.
Now there's some cornfields around, but that just makes it prettier, right?
It's a beautiful country, yes.
It's gorgeous out here and so peaceful.
Yeah, we got really a good approach on each end of the runway. It's, like I said, it's a mile long. You got easy to get into. I mean, we're open. The fuel farm here is we sell fuel 7 days a week here, 24 hours a day. People need fuel, can stop in anytime and buy fuel.
Really? Okay.
And we'll keep them going. I mean, that's one of the big plans we had when we put the fuel farm in.
Love that.
We supply the people with the fuel when they need it.
Well, that sounds like a fantastic idea. Give the people what they need, right?
And we use it. Other neighbor airports, they don't have it, and the people comes up here after hours buy fuel, and on Sundays when they close, they're buying fuel here, and they're still flying. We have a lot of traffic flying from Florida and all around. It's down up north, come through here and stop.
So you just stop to fuel up, just like you stop at the gas station when you're driving to the beach.
That is exact. You're right. You got to have fuel in the airplanes. If you don't, they won't stay up.
That makes total sense since we don't have feathers, right?
Exactly right.
All right. Well, let's, you want to go in? Tell us a little bit about the new terminal on the outside, and then we'll go inside and take a tour of it as well.
The terminal building is, we had
fairly new, right?
It's about 5 years old.
Yeah.
We had a brown that is, 24 by 24 shack. When
Yeah,
I-
it left a lot to be desired.
Oh,
didn't
it was a total eyesore for the $10 million airplanes pulls in here and
Yeah.
want to do business here in Jackson
Not
County.
good for economic development,
No.
right? Yeah.
And we finally got the money together. So Dad probably started it, and we got the money. We built the building. It's not too big, and it's not too small. It's just big enough to serve the people who needs to come through and need stuff. We got a nice conference room in there, and then got a good board of airport authority members. I mean, excellent. I mean, couldn't be any better.
That's exactly right. We're going to meet a couple of them here in just a minute, aren't we?
That's right. And they're our leaders, and they're head of the board, and the board runs the airport. I mean,
Sure. Somebody has to, right?
And I have seen a lot of changes in it. A lot of people come and go, but it's changed for the better.
Well, good. So how long you been working out here?
I've been employed as a manager for 5 years. I've been on
Okay.
the airport authority probably 25 years.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, you want to head inside, take a tour?
Let's go.
All right.
And this is for the pilots that come flying through. Want to stop and take a break and the rest. We bought this furniture here. It's made by Amish folks, and they do a real good job.
Yes, super comfortable, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
And durable.
And when I'm not doing anything, I hang out here too.
Can't say as I blame you. Nice cold drink,
Yeah.
sitting on the porch.
But this is one part of the thing when we built the building, made sure people use the building.
That it's comfortable.
That's right.
Yeah, pleasant place to stop.
Yeah. Let's walk in here.
All right, so now we're walking in the terminal.
This is the
Building.
inside of the place.
It's beautiful in here.
This wing's put up there by Carlos and his dad. The airplane's pictured right there. It's the old bomb wing. The barrels that are made here local in Jackson, they come into move to Jackson. and
Sure. Speyside?
Stateside, they donated 2 barrels, and
That's
and
great.
we have a lot of people come here and look at them, and really makes it nice. Step back here, and this is I'm gonna show, but this is our conference room here. This is our meeting room. We got photos on the walls here representing every village and towns of Oak Hill, Swaleston, Oak Hill, Colton, and
That's great.
all the tables we have here donated. Chairs, all these chairs donated. Eric got those for us. We didn't have no cost of all
That's amazing.
when we put the building up. This is
So what would this get used for?
This is from Superior Hardwood, and you know Superior Hardwood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
He's in part of donating these tables to us.
That's awesome.
I mean, they're big help.
Yeah.
We have Wi-Fi out here. We've got Wi-Fi in the building, Wi-Fi in the hangars.
Kind of need that nowadays, don't you?
You gotta have it. I mean, you never know. And if people come through, it's there.
Yeah. So what do people use the conference room for, Gerald?
They have meetings, come in here and have meetings.
People fly in, meet, and
yep.
then take off. Okay.
Yeah,
That sounds great.
just call in advance and have their thing.
So that's an actual wing to an airplane?
Yes, that's a wing off that airplane right there.
Oh, that's so neat.
And yep, and like I said, everything's just about donated. You know, it's
Great.
really nice. Same way as this table here. In the airport here, this is our weather station.
Oh, that's important, huh?
Yes, it goes out and you pick it up in your airplane when you're flying. Give the pilot what they're looking for when they come into Jackson land.
Okay.
They know the weather, they know the winds. And like right now, the winds are 350 at 5. It's coming out 350 degrees at 5 knots.
Okay.
And it tells all that there. You need that to know set up for your landing.
Gotcha.
Back in here is our back here is our pilot's lounge. This is a lounge that is open 24 hours a day
Oh,
with a
great.
combination. If you're a pilot, you would know the accommodation. You squawk VFR. There are certain numbers there and pound numbers.
Okay.
That'll bring you in here. Once you get inside here, you got all the facilities.
Nice comfy chairs. I might take a nap.
You got the
Oh, you have a full bathroom in there,
you
so
got
they
a full
can shower.
bathroom. You got a shower back there.
Yeah,
I mean, they can stay overnight here if they need to.
sure.
They get weather in, can't get out.
That makes sense.
And we got also monitor the weather here. Got a TV here with local channels on it, and NBC, all channels, Netflix and all that is here.
Very
People
good.
coming.
Well, heck, I may just come out here and live, huh?
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
It's pretty cool out here.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Outside, you'll see we got a fuel truck out there. You got Epic on it. It's a Jet A truck. It takes care of the corporate jets. I mean, they'll hold 2,200 gallon fuel. I had one come in here, and he called me and he said, "How much fuel your truck hold?" And I said, 2,000 gallon. He said, "I need 1,700 gallon." I said, "I'll have it on the truck."
Wow.
When he come in, he got 1,700 gallon on him. He went back to Las Vegas.
Vegas.
Flew from Jackson to Vegas.
Stopped here to get gas.
Yep, wanted fuel.
That's cool.
Fixed him up. And that's over $6,000 of fuel. Went to the county.
That's pretty neat.
I mean, that's what it's all about, is nothing going to make money out here at the airport but the fuel sales and the hangar rent.
Mm-hmm.
That's what brings revenue in.
Makes sense.
That's what we're looking at now, is building new hangars to bring more revenue in. More airplanes here based here, more money they're going to spend.
That makes total sense to me.
And that's exactly what we're up to. We got a very good team working for us, working with us.
Yeah. Well, good. We're going to meet some of those folks here in just a minute.
Okay.
Is there any other thing that you wanted to show us on our tour before we let you get back to doing all your duties? Because we got you off your mower, didn't we?
Yes, we're getting ready for their fly-in, kind of mowing a little bit in advance, get ready for
That's right.
make it look good.
This coming weekend.
Yeah, I hope everybody comes out, visit the airport. It's halfway between Oak Hill and Jackson.
Yep.
Off of 93. It's a mile long, most important mile in the county.
I love that.
It is.
So good. Most important mile in the county.
That's exactly right. And boy, Gerald Burchett, he works hard for the airport. We really appreciate him.
He really does. And he is just a great guy.
He is.
Yeah.
He is just a friendly guy, and he really takes good care out there. He, does all the mowing and just the upkeep, and talks to the pilots and makes sure that there's plenty of gas in the tanks. And he just takes care of us.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
He does.
Yeah, absolutely. And he'll be out there along with the rest of our board members this Saturday.
Yes.
And again, fly in from 9 to 11, and then exhibits from 11 to 3. You want to be out there to see that World War II bomber.
That'd be really cool.
And then also we'll have some food.
That's where I was going to ask.
Pancake breakfast in the morning, watch the fly-in, and then in the afternoon, the Jackson Rotary Club will be there serving. We're going to have some pulled pork, some cream chicken sandwiches, and some hot dogs, chips, that kind of stuff. So
heck yeah.
Stop out and have some lunch with us and look at the exhibits. I do want to mention our sponsors.
Okay, yes, please.
So, this is an event that is endorsed by the Jackson County Commissioners because they do recognize how important the airport is to our community.
Very much so.
But then also we have, bringing in that plane from the Tri-State Warbird Museum is not cheap. So we have some great sponsors who've stepped up, and they understand the importance of economic development in the county as well. So shout out to Speyside Bourbon Cooperage because, they do use the airport quite a bit. So, they're flying, and they have locations all over, and they're flying people in. And
yes.
So they use it quite a bit. So thank you to them. Jackson County Banking Center is a sponsor. Geiger Brothers.
Yes.
Contracting, Cole Kirby
Yes.
Associates, the Lewis family, and also the Howler family. So appreciate all of them, and big shout out to all of those sponsors who are helping.
Absolutely. That is what a fun event. And how often do you see this? Right in your backyard,
Yeah,
know? Well, literally
absolutely.
it's right in my backyard.
It is right in
like
your backyard.
literally in my backyard. I can just sit on my porch and watch all the planes fly in.
That's right.
I'm going to forget about that and be like Saturday morning, like, what is that noise out there?
Why are all those planes coming in?
But no, I'm just kidding. I would love to come over and get to see those things. And like I said, it is very, very cool because you can literally stand beside these planes and like see how big they are or like how they're put together and all that.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, I was just blown away last year by some of those that were built by some of our pilots. And board members too. So, and then, we have some, Geiger Brothers has a little jet that they use out there quite a bit, and Belicio, General Mills, they use it some throughout the year. And, they're just these big companies.
Yeah, using
it's quite a bit.
It is. And it's pretty amazing. And like you said, the people that have built planes out there at our airport and fly them, whether it's for work or recreation or hobby.
And if it's something you want to get into, you see that one's for sale. We had one for sale last year as well. So if you're interested in a plane, maybe you'll get a deal out there this Saturday as well.
Hey, there you go. Don't know anything about flying, but I want to buy a plane.
That's right.
No, that's pretty neat. And you can see that's the cool thing. All shapes, sizes, price ranges, all of that. So it is very, very cool. You want to buy a plane?
Listen, last year, HD Crabtree and I were like, hey, I think we can get our pilot's license.
We could do this.
Can just fly to vacation. This will be fantastic. And then I looked at the manual to fly a drone, and I was like, I can't even do a drone. This is real stuff.
Yeah.
This is serious.
But hey, if you do buy a plane, you can get discounted aviation fuel at the Jackson Memorial Fly-In.
That's right.
There
Absolutely.
You go.
So we are having a little bit of a discount on Saturday for anybody that wants to fuel up that plane.
That is awesome. And there's food.
And food.
I mean, there's food.
You can't go wrong with that.
So you can't beat that.
That's right.
Will Ethan be there with his necklace on?
He might be. He is, he's in Interact, which is part of the Rotary Club. So he might be there serving some pulled pork sandwiches.
What we should do? We should tape some wings to the side of it.
There you go. So we were just
He's going to kill me.
That's right. We were just talking off screen about what it was like in the beginning when people started to fly.
Yeah, so picture this, like you and James were talking about picture this. Dayton.
1902.
Yes, exactly. Literally there's a museum in Dayton that has some of the Wright brothers stuff in it and whatever, and you guys were talking about the fact that somebody had to be the first one to put some wings on something and pray that it flew.
Yeah.
And sometimes it probably didn't, and that didn't end well.
That's exactly right. How many people perish trying to be a bird?
Who's the person that thought of that? I think that we could just fly through the air.
Yeah. I mean, those birds make it look effortless. Yes. We could do that.
They just don't even have to.
There you go. See, Ethan, you could just strap some wings onto your
collar and jump. We'll take you up, and you can jump off the hill over by my house. And
that's a big nope right there for me.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
So wait a minute, that's just a guy strapped to some wings.
That's the Wright brothers.
And did they fling him off the hill?
I think that's pretty much what they did.
Were they crazy?
Yeah.
So is that down in North Carolina though, along the sand dunes and stuff?
Yeah,
so I'm wondering if
I guess it probably would have been kind of softer landing.
I'm thinking a very large kite.
It seems that way.
Perhaps, yeah. Like they jumped off a big hill of sand.
They had a big rope and they were just pulling. He's up.
So the first flight...
It's not the going up, it's the coming down. Exactly. Worrisome part.
So the Wright brothers' first flight on December 17th, 1903 lasted just 12 seconds, because they crashed now, and covered 120 feet.
Nice.
By the end of the day, the world's first airplane stayed in the air for nearly 1 minute. So
Very
there's your
cool.
history lesson for the day.
That's pretty cool. Is that it, or what did that? Do you know what it looked like?
Well, that's it as far as I know.
Okay. Gutsy,
That
I tell you.
information
Yeah,
that
no
I just
kidding.
read was accompanying that photo.
Okay.
This is from the Mansfield News Journal.
Neat.
Wow.
Yeah, I was stayed in our only time in the Outer Banks. We stayed in Kitty Hawk, and the museum, Wright Brothers Museum, was right there.
Yeah.
So pretty cool stuff.
So yeah, come out and see us Saturday.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a beautiful day, 79 degrees.
I mean, it's going to be
sun.
perfect.
Yeah. It's not gonna be too sweltering hot. It'll be just perfect.
Yeah.
Great day for a fly-in.
And if you need to cool off, you can take an airplane ride.
That's right.
Yeah. You strap yourself to Ethan, and he'll jump off the hill with his wings on his necklace.
Good times. Good
He's
times.
like, you're an idiot. How funny. Well, what else is going on? How are things at the Jackson Banking Center
They're
and
really
surrounding Vinton County Bank branches?
They are great.
Yeah.
They are great. CD rates are up, as I mentioned. We've got some great CD specials. And, we're just doing well.
Good.
Just pleased to be in Jackson County. And hey, we are, if anybody's looking for a job, though, we are looking for an assistant branch manager in the Jackson office. And also a personal banker, and we've got some other positions open throughout our footprint. And then some of our positions, you don't even have to work in a branch; you can be located anywhere.
What?
Yeah. So
Doing.
So we have a internal auditor position.
Okay.
So you could do that from any branch,
Gotcha.
anywhere that you live. You could do that.
Okay.
So, we've got some great, just go out to the vcnbfamily.bank and click on the tab for careers.
Awesome.
Yep.
So just as many other folks are looking for great people to work.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, it is a great place to work.
That's
the
what I was
people
gonna
are
say.
fantastic. Talk about enjoying going to work every day.
Yeah.
And enjoying the people that you work with.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not total media. I miss my people here.
But
But no, really great people. I mean, just from the top down, the president, Mark Ursuline, is just a really down to earth guy, and just so easy to get to know and get along with. And he really makes a point of knowing, all the employees. And we've got a lot of Jackson County folks that work for the bank.
Yes.
So a lot of people and just some really good people. A lot of fun to work there.
Well, I think if you would just take a look at the Vinton County Bank and consider them, it's a place where you walk in and you still get those small town bank vibes because people know your name and they're friendly and you can actually talk to somebody.
Right.
But yet you have all of the amenities of a big city bank.
That's right.
They're all new and
small town roots, small community, but we have all the technology.
Yes.
In fact, we have a branch up in Pataskala, which is Licking County, where the new Intel plant is going in.
Yes.
And we have, we have a lot of those executives for those big businesses up there who have found our website and said, I really like your website. This is fantastic. Your procedures, your processes looks really great. And this is top of the line. I mean, and you're talking about an area that has all of those big national and regional banks.
Yes.
And they're finding us and they really like what they see.
That should be some.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. So
Hey,
very, very good.
Can we go back to the Wright brothers for a second?
Sure.
Yes, we'd love to.
Okay, so this photo we looked at a minute ago, this is 1903. This
Okay.
was their successful first flight.
Nice.
Oh, God.
This is 3 years earlier.
Ooh, I hope nobody was hurt in that crash.
Well. Yikes.
Took them a while to get to that, to where they could
That's
stay
right.
in the air for 12 seconds.
Boy, they were persistent though, weren't they?
They were. You got to give them credit for that.
And every time I get on an airplane, I think, oh, thank you, Wright brothers.
Yes, exactly. Now that I can go to my vacation
That's right.
far, far away.
That's right. Exactly.
But no, that is pretty cool. I mean, somebody that was just sitting there one day was like, if birds can do it, so can we,
That's
like you
right.
said. But then how do you implement that?
Smarter people than me, that's for sure.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly. Oopsie. Well, you think how much that cost them,
Oh, no kidding.
just like failure after failure
Right.
and money and building that again and time and all that. So
That's
yeah.
right.
But none of that this weekend
That's right.
at the fly-in. Come out to the airport and you'll have some fun.
Very
So,
cool stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks
All
for
right.
having me.
Well, thank you. And thank you, Mr. Ethan, for stopping by, and best of luck with your project. And if you have any coats that you would like to donate or money so that they can go buy coats for kids for this winter, they will be very, very appreciative of that. So, all right. Got to get out of here for the day. Hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. And we'll be right back here tomorrow. So we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.